One of the most pressing questions concerning seduction I get from my clients and peers is, how do I meet a pretty chic without losing face? What do I say when I meet her, and how do I manage to get her to give me her number? These questions, it seems, are part of what keeps many men awake at night, terrified of the prospect of meeting a woman and seducing her as if it's a no-holds-barred wrestling match with a 9-foot-tall one-eyed giant in a steel cage. Before we continue, please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, The Curious Lady Tourist, and hit the notification bell so you will be updated with our new uploads. How ironic, often we forget that women are human too, and regardless of one's exterior beauty, women, just like any member of society, have feelings and emotions and go through the same ordeal as any. How sad then that the most beautiful girls God has put on planet Earth must go without the affections of a loving boyfriend, just because all men assume she's taken, or it is impossible for her to be single. Instead, pretty chicks are subjected to lewd advances from jerks and half-drunks who have more courage of approaching them than the perfect guy has guts to master the courage, let alone the thought. Suffering succotash. In today's information-rich and attention-lacking environment, speed is of the utmost priority. It's as if everyone's a rabbit and in a super big rush to copulate with as many partners as possible in the shortest amount of time. However, given the prospect that men are afraid of approaching pretty chicks, copulation, I'm afraid, is only a frame of mind, not a physical endeavor. That being said, how does one even begin to attract pretty women like a junkie is attracted to crystal meth? You see, seduction is not an event, it's a process. Let me clarify, it's like riding a bike or learning to play a musical instrument. Seduction and attraction are a fine art that one must learn until they become a master. When a master is at work, one cannot but stop to marvel at the sheer genius of it all. When Tiger Woods or Roger Federer execute grand slams in their respective sports, or, as you would have it, Vanessa Mae strums her Stradivarius, there is no accident to the reward, and, as flawless as they both make it look, there's been sweat and tears that went into making them masters in their field. I must admit, I started dating at a very early age, 16 to be exact, and, by the time I was 20, I had lost count in the number of older women I'd been with. Unlike most seduction gurus who spent most of their 20s dateless and in front of the TV screen scratching their heads wondering how to date fine women, I had already progressed into other areas of interest beyond dating in my 20s. I am not saying this to brag or anything to that effect, but it pains me to see so much information flying about the internet on seduction and how to become a master simply by reading a book when your mindset's not right. I never. If your mindset is that of failure due to past experiences with women, self-esteem, or other childhood misfortune that kids are always too eager to meet on another in the name of play or teasing, then no amount of reading will redeem you from the curse of failure. I say this not as ridicule, but as a way to show you that, despite all your shortcomings, there's a way to get rid of that excess baggage and begin a new journey into the uncharted waters of dating. For instance, and this is more the norm than the exception, if you come from a broken home and all you know is ridicule and pain, if all you know is failure, never a word of encouragement, then chances are, each time you meet someone you have an emotional affinity to, your past experiences come home to roost full circle, and you exhibit those characteristics playing in your life all over again. It's like a rat on a wheel. The story keeps playing in your life ad infinitum. Let me explain. Sales professionals world over attend sales seminars and coaching classes when they hit slumps. It's because they realize that, to be masters in their professions, they need to hone their skills and break self-imposed barriers that were not there in the first place. When your mind is clear of emotional baggage and phobias, you have no barriers to break through, you only have opportunity to fulfill. It's like when you receive an unexpected bonus check or you receive a well-deserved pay increase. Your gait changes the instant you see that check stub or bank balance. When you walk into your local grocery store or supermarket, you couldn't care less what the world is thinking, because in that instant, you've attained the God consciousness. Even if you've never approached a pretty lady before, chances are, you could approach anyone and make a fool of yourself 100 times over. Why? Because your confidence levels are at an all-time high, because you've suspended all your limiting beliefs, for the moment anyway, through your self-worth. Ah, the magic word, self-worth. Now, consider this flip side. Ever been to a zoo and watched lions in captivity? How pitiful they look, the king of the jungle, all the mojo stripped out. Chances are, let that feline loose and, the results? I bet you the results are the poor pussy will die of hunger, because it has lost its natural killer instincts. Now, if you're a self-confident young stud and have no qualms about approaching women, then good on you, but if you have issues from your past, and spend the majority of your waking moments biting your nails at the mere thought of approaching pretty chicks, chances are you need a coach, not a book or some opening liners to meet women. You see, women these days are darn smart, they can smell a con job a mile away and, unless your mindset is one of thinking like a champion, chances are you've bought one seduction ebook too many and are scratching your head, just wondering what it is you need to do to attract Alice from next door. Remember that nest egg investment commercial with a guy about to retire and he's in an elevator with a 200-pound gorilla offering him advice? The punchline is, don't listen to me, what would I know, I'm just a 2,000-pound gorilla in the room with you. Listen, don't listen, it's your free will. Before I end this video, let me share with you that YouTube and Facebook page, Curious Lady Tourist, would like to make more videos that are beneficial to people. Videos that could bring inspiration, information and instructions. If this video has helped you in one way or another, then help us by tapping the like and subscribe button and share it to your social media sites. If you have topics that would like us to share with you, then write it down in the comment section. Thank you for watching.